sports broadcast of the Pacers live from Indianapolis, Indiana, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. Some doubts forming early for these guys. They've gone 0-4 to start the season. They need a win, fellas.
You know, Kevin, this is a team that you would certainly not consider to be world beaters, but they certainly are better than what they've shown thus far. I mean, it'll be interesting to keep an eye on them the rest of the season because they've got the potential to make some improvement.
You know, they could be asleep. I mean, they've got their work cut out for them, especially after the disappointing start, but they're no pushovers. They may fly under the radar and surprise a few. Let's see how it plays out.
Now Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set, and it's Bogut in at the five. Now here's Ellis. Hill passes to Turner. Off the left rim and out. Clark, remember a year ago, Klay Thompson was the subject of trade speculation, possibly, in fact, going to the Timberwolves for Kevin Love.
Yeah, in the end, the Warriors stood pat, and it was a controversial decision at that point, but I don't think there's any question it was a pretty good move for the Warriors right now.
And here is Hill, following Draymond Green's three, and it's George finishing it off.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
And so here is Golden State. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Green. Banked in off the glass. Green's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Allen outside. That's tipped. Here's George, and he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 6.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Green kicks to Bogut. Dishes it to Curry. Pass to Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Barnes has got his first bucket of the night. Thompson against Ellis. Shot from free throw range. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's Turner, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
That's how you make an impact with defense. And once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Here's Bogut, following the score by Miles Turner. 6 to shoot. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Again, Golden State.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And George, here we go. The quick look, no good that time. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots. Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Now Ellis, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Hits the target from 18 feet. Ellis has got his second bucket.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Curry attacking. It's rebounded by Indiana. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
I agree with you. I mean, it was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, and they were in it right until the bitter end, so that's good stuff.
Now Barnes. Paul George missing from long range. Hill against Curry. Kicks it to George. Over in the corner, Ellis. From the baseline. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Ellis. Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now, here is Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson. Greg, that was a good point. He passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there.
Now Hill after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Azili's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Warriors trail by 8. Curry attacking. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
He's trying to get it going offensively, but right now just 1 of 4 to start.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Turner with a screen for Hill. It's George on the wing. Another shot. Barnes grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Outside for Curry. Warriors the rebound. The 3 ball. Shot is no good. And Indiana will come the other way. Hill with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Curry with another miss.
I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points. They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. This is their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And, you know, when you only see a team twice a year, Greg, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes that can lead to a series split.
Pacers leading by 6. Outside Hill. Hill kicks to Mahinmi. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Klay Thompson, and that's good. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Thompson's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Stuckey against Iguodala. Stuckey can't get it to go.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Thompson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
The Warriors making a switch here. Looney's checked in, and the basket by Hill.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Looney. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Inside. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Outside Hill. To the middle. It's tipped. Thompson from long range. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And that's 12 points for Klay Thompson. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
And so it's Golden State with it. George Hill missing his last shot. Iguodala gets the bucket.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Now here's Stuckey, looking for his first basket still in this one. Five to shoot. The feed to Mahinmi. And here's Miles outside. That's good. Miles has got his first 3 points of the game.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Thompson for three. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
And so it's Indiana with it. And Miles kicks to Stuckey. Right at the free throw line. Here's Hill. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And it's a 4-point Pacer lead. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for in his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Golden State.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Now here is Hill, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And it's Miles missing.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Here is Livingston, back to Iguodala. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Hill kicks to Hill. He feeds it to Stuckey. And the rejection by Ezeli. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body. So some free throws coming up right now.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Hill kicks to Stuckey. It's back to Hill and stolen by Spates. To the middle. Looney passes to Spates. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Miles. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
Good on both. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Here's Hill. Got it off in time. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the replay center out in Secaucus delivering the foot.
Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't.
I think I had that all my life. I always had to prove somebody wrong, and, you know, still to this day. That's just the competitiveness that I believe my older.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And, you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Iguodala out there with Steph Curry. And it's Spates in at the 5, down low. Ellis with the screen for Hill. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple. And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Iguodala with the steal. From outside the arc. No luck. Great defense that time from Ellis.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry against Hill. Green dishes to Spates. Shot clock at 6. Curry kicks to Green. And here's Barnes for 3. Excellent D there from George.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And, you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Spates. And it's Thompson in for Andre Iguodala. Pacers leading by 10. And Hill has it in the corner. Tries again. Allen's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And the wide open shot from Green. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 8 points for Draymond Green.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Curry passes to Thompson. Green dishes to Thompson. Hill against Curry. He kicks to Ezeli. Thompson outside. The drive by Green. And Allen with the block. Hill against Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. And here are the Pacers now. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Snatched up. Turner. Deflected by Green. It's Curry with the drive. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Curry's got 10. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
Inside. Out to Thompson. Curry against Hill. Curry passes to Green. Thompson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now a look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. The Warriors, number 1.
You have to be impressed with their shot selection. I mean, the discipline on that end and the unselfishness really is what allows those great numbers to show up.
George against Barnes. And George, here we go. And the rejection by Ezeli. Here's Green, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. And Steph Curry, with his deep range and lightning quick release, really unique to our league.
There's the triple. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Ellis kicks to Turner. Feeds to George. On the wing, Hill. Let's go. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Ellis against Thompson. Ellis goes in. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Green. 2nd in field goal percentage. 5th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league. Quick trigger with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the range.
Jordan Hill is checked in for Indiana. Indiana making some changes. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for Monte Ellis. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Hill. Looney's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Cavaliers. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Indiana, right now, quite a ways down below.
And right now for the Pacers, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
And it's sent back by Hill. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good on the three.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Out to Stuckey, and Brandon Rush gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barbosa's checked in. Pass to Livingston. Pulls up. High post. It's rebounded by Indiana. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the dish to Mahinmi. Outside for George. And Hill has it in the corner. Indiana moving it around. Outside, George. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. George has got 13.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together, hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Spates checked in for Golden State. Mahinmi kicks to George. Hill has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Great open look there. Spates has got his first bucket of the night.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And George kicks to Stuckey. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Warriors trail by 9. Livingston dishes to Spates. The pass to Bogut. Spates kicks to Bogut. Pass to Rush. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. No good from Spates.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving college.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Barbosa with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. And George, here we go. The kick out to Hill. The 11-footer. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And it's an 11-point Pacer lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. To the middle. It's tipped. Iguodala with the steal. 1:16 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Iguodala's got 5. Pacers leading by 7. Outside, George. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Barbosa passes to Iguodala. Here's Rush, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Stuckey drives inside. That is good. Stuckey's got 6 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here is Livingston. He's got 7. Shot clock at 5. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. And the shot is long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that does it for the first half of play. Pacers out in front.
Yes.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 17 points. And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan.
And now, let's do it. The second half just about to get going here. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Hill is out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Allen. And it's Turner in at the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
The drive by Green. It's stolen by Hill. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Turner. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 10 points for Miles Turner. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Allen, that's good. Warriors trail by 8. Dishes to Barnes. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Bogut. No good. Good work defensively by Turner.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Inside, here's Barnes, and the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Green kicks to Thompson.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick, and what good work there to get in the way of it.
Outside, George. Green with the rebound. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. That is good. Curry's got 16 points.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Allen, a screen on Curry. Misses off the left iron.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Pick up by Hill. Turner dishes to George. Here's the screen. Just 4 to shoot. Freed up. Nice work off the pick. And that's now 18 points for Hill.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Mazzili's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Warriors trail by 5. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Fires for 3. And the Warriors miss again.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Green leading the charge. And the basket by Curry.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Passes to Turner. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Turner's got 12. Thompson passes to Curry. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Fires for 3. Shot is off.
He's frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything from out there or that he keeps on trying to. Crisp pass into the paint.
Warriors trail by 7.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Hill, no good.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lavoy Allen. That's his first foul. Curry against Hill. Curry kicks to Green. He dishes it to Azili. It's Curry outside.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Allen, a screen on Curry. Hill has the open look. Again, missing Hill.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
It's stolen by Curry. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Puts up the baby hook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Been a really good night for Steph Curry. He has 18 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. The 3 from Hill. That drops. Hill's got 7 now in this quarter.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Green inside the 3-point line, and the Warriors miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Ellis, that's good. Now here's Curry. He's got 20. On the wing, Thompson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 9 assists now tonight.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Miami's checked in for the Pacers. C.J. Miles comes in for George. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. Hill. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And it seems like we've seen more and more of these guys in recent years. Big men who can shoot the 3. Over the last month, these have been the best of them. Number 1, Draymond Green.
And maybe most of the time a coach doesn't want to see his center or power forward drifting away from the hoop, but that's not the case with him.
It most certainly is not. I mean, when your three-point shot is that reliable and that lethal, I mean, you have to use it if you've got a guy on your team that can shoot it like that. Maybe they sacrifice some size in the paint when he goes outside, but they're usually 3 points richer because of it.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Monte Ellis has always had a knack for the big shot. When things are on the line, he is a guy that is not afraid to step up.
And Kevin, last season, he had a number of big second halves and fourth quarters for the Mavs. Really took over that primary scoring role from Dirk Nowitzki. Stole a lot of games for them last season.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Hill. The Warriors also with a sub. Livingston's checked in.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Back to Green. Down low. And stolen by Stuckey. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, Monte did have a lot of big second halves for the Mavs last season. Seems like at least half a dozen games for them, he would just take over. Started to get looked at as the top go-to guy late.
And for Monte, it makes sense to go to him late in games. He's so fast that he can create a shot anytime he wants. And very rarely does he not give you a chance to win with just 1 shot remaining.
Brandon Rush, who's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Ezeli dishes to Livingston. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Indiana?
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Screen by Ellis. Hill kicks to Stuckey. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Stuckey's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pacers.
Boy, Monte Ellis showing you he can body up the defender there.
Livingston passes to Ezeli. With the teardrop, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And how about Sean Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Ellis draws the double, kicks it to Mahinmi. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Iguodala dishes to Rush, 11 feet away, and the shot is good. Rush has got 5 points so far. And so here is Indiana. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And the rejection by Ezeli. Ellis, the drive by Green, makes it off the glass. He's got 14.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Iguodala against Stuckey. Here's Hill. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on it and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot on.
And it's Green missing. Indiana leading by 10. Mahinmi kicks to Ellis. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Stuckey into the lane. And the rejection by Ezeli. And here they go. Rush gets the bucket. Rush has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Warriors. Timeout called the Pacers. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong, physically good frame. He's sort of low down there, and what you said, the fact that he's fairly agile, makes him tough.
Andrew Bogut checked in for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Stuckey passes to Mahimi. 5 on the clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Mahimi's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Here's Ellis. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And Ezeli, originally from Nigeria, picked up the game late. Only played 6 years of organized basketball before going pro. So still developing his hands and offensive skill set, but clearly he's got the tools physically to play.
Here's Ellis. Misses in close.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Livingston dishes to Spates. Screen by Bogut. Down low. Up off the screen. .32 seconds left in the third. And here's Miles outside. And Mahimi with the stop. Mahimi's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pacers.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Spates sets a screen. Now the feed to Iguodala. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got his 8th assist in the game. The drive by Ellis. And he banks in the layup. Ellis has got 16 points.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but...
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pacers lead by 13. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Iguodala, the 3 with Barnes, the stretch 4. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Andre Iguodala. Indiana's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. They set the pick. Allen kicks to Hill. Hits the target from 18 feet. Hill's got 25 points in the game.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
Allen left side. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Takes it from 10, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Green, he's checked in for Golden State.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Here's Green, and such a nice move to make the basket work.
That's exactly why you don't leave your feet until the shooter elevates. He went for that pump fake, hook, line, and sinker.
The drive by Hill. Thompson with the rebound. You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
Here is Miles. He's covered by Thompson. Now Miles. 6 to shoot. Hill, no good. Thompson against Hill. Thompson passes to Green. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch four-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
He feeds it to Curry. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
To the right side. Here is Miles. He's covered by Thompson. And it's sent back by Bogut. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Ellis is checked in for C.J. Miles. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Hill. It's deflected. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Curry attacking. Bogut dishes to Green. And Thompson kicks to Green. It's Curry outside. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Bogut. Now just a 2-point Pacer lead.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Screen by Ellis. Feeds it to George. Lets the 3 fly. The Warriors pull it in.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
To tie it up. And Turner with the block. And here is Ellis. Hill with it. He kicks it to Allen. The shot by George, wide open. George missing again.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
The Warriors trailing. On its way from Curry for 2, and that one goes long.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And George, here we go. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. And it's now 22 points here for George. Curry passes to Green. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
You look at George Hill, he's really been playing well.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Here's Curry, and it's all evened up. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And I really have always felt Draymond Green was one of those unique players. I mean, he kind of a tweener in terms of that small forward, power forward at only 6'7". But he's got toughness. The long arms enable him to defend bigger guys. And also the basketball IQ. You can never discount the importance of understanding what you're doing when you're on the floor.
Nobody near Barnes. Green kicks to Barnes. It's Curry outside. That's good. And now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up. And with Draymond Green, he can defend inside. He can cover on the perimeter. I mean, his versatility at both ends of the floor also a huge asset. And you can't have a higher basketball IQ than he does. It really helps him excel at all facets of the game.
Outside Hill. Pass to George. Just 5 on the clock to end the run. And that's 2 points on the layup. George has got 24.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
On here we go. Ellis has got it, the fast break chance. Allen, that's good. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win. And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
Ellis can't get it to go.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
And that one's good. Ellis has got 12 points in just the second half.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The drive by Green. And Turner with the block. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. On defense, Indiana. Outside, Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his assist totals piling up, 11 now for him. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Ellis kicks to Hill. Now the dish to George. Here's Ellis. Curry with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Green dishes to Barnes. And the pass to Livingston. To the middle. It's stolen by Hill. Here's George. There's the pick. Soft touch off the glass. George has got 26.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy. Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Ellis against Curry. Ellis, the pass to George. And that one is stuffed right through.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. It's Hill on the wing, guarded by Curry. The 15-footer, and it's Hill. That time the assist by George. George has got 9 assists now tonight. Warriors trail by 4. Curry kicks to Thompson. Right over the D. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half. Indiana's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. The drive by Hill. Hill fires. Warriors with the rebound. Iguodala's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight to take the lead. And another 3 for Golden State.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
.152 left in the 4th. And George, here we go. Can't connect from short range.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
What a final quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the threes in bunches.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to. I mean, work that perimeter. It's going good for you. Work it until it stops.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Steph Curry. And so here is Indiana. 4-point game. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
What a game for Ellis. He has 18 points and 9 assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
The drive by Green. Barnes dishes to Iguodala. Here is Livingston. Green. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Livingston. Back to Green. No good off the front iron. Pacers trail by 3. Hill passes to Hill. Now here's Ellis. At the elbow, it's George. Here is Livingston. It falls!
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Thompson against Ellis. Outside, George. Yes!
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
There's the pick. Kicks it out to Iguodala. All alone. It's hauled in by Paul George. And it's Indiana's ball. Fires the 3. Misses the tray. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Timeout called the Pacers. They trail by 5. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ellis kicks to Hill. Allen dishes to Ellis. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Warriors ball.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. A truly gutsy performance.
Andre, a good...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, Stephen Curry. When they needed a leader to get them back in the game in the final quarter, he was the one they were all following. And he knew exactly the route back and the road to victory. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal,